All right, welcome to this episode of Heim Time. Here with Jenn Ross, Shannon Heim here. Thanks for joining in, tuning in, either today, tomorrow, or 3 a.m., whatever. So, Jenn, tell us what we're doing today.
Today on Heim Time, it is going to be a spotlight episode.
Spotlight episode. That's
We are putting each other on the spot. Shannon is interviewing me with questions I have no knowledge of, and have created some challenges that he has no knowledge of.
I feel like Fear Factor coming on. Like
It's a
we're,
little,
we're,
yeah.
we're coming back to Fear Factor. Cool.
Nothing is going to be gross.
Good.
Yes.
All right, well, let's jump into it.
Let's go.
All right, Jenn. Where are you originally from? How'd you get here in Clarksville, Tennessee, Middle Tennessee?
So I don't like to share where I'm originally from because it makes people angry. California. I'm sorry. However, I've been here. You know, it makes people angry. Everyone's moving here from California. However, I have been here nearly 20 years. So I don't think I count. Like maybe I did start it. I started everyone moving here. But I've been here a long time. So I am from California.
West Coast refugees.
Yes, that is, yes. I landed in Clarksville, so 20 years ago ish. I was married at the time and had two little boys, and we liked country music, not like Wranglers and boots. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but
Get some bell bottoms on though today, so
yeah, it's not necessarily country. You know what I'm saying? No
cut.
big belt
Sorry.
buckles. Not that there's anything wrong with those. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Flew out to Nashville one summer for fun. Fell in love with it. More of a small town vibe was preferred. So Clarksville, we checked out Clarksville and we moved, which is super random. I know. No connection to military at all.
So you've been in real estate for how long now?
5 years in real estate.
Nice.
Yes.
And what'd you do before?
I was a teacher. I don't know why I left. I was a teacher, fifth grade teacher for 3 years. Loved the kids. The end. And before that, I hired teachers for the Clarksville School District. Worked in human resources. So.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
So, what inspired you to pursue a career in real estate?
I have always loved houses, like all things houses, decor, mostly interior design. A
Yep.
big fan of House Hunters. That show has probably been on for like 20 years, like a long, long time.
Years.
So
I think they need to sunset that program. Is it still going on?
I think so. I don't watch it now.
Okay.
But many years of watching House Hunters.
If you want a realistic expectations of what all things real estate are, you should tune into that, right?
Yes, it is so exactly the same. I mean, completely the same. It was such good on the job training for me. But no, I always loved all things. Oh, Krista checked on that. It started in 1999.
1999.
So around a long time. House Hunters has. So yeah, I probably have watched it since 1999 and just fell in love with houses and in California, there are lots of model homes. That is a big thing out there.
Mm-hmm.
And one builder does one neighborhood, and they have 4 or 5 models, and you can walk through them. And so I did that often. So
A little different here with a lot of we have large tract builders here too, but a lot of
they're coming, but it's just
small.
it's different.
It is different market.
Mhm.
So, what would you say are some of your biggest challenges you faced when you first started in real estate?
So I would say that actually knowing the day to day of real estate was completely unknown. While I understand the courses and training and required testing to get your license, it does not really prepare you for what being a realtor looks like. So shadowing just to try to figure that out and figure out what schedule works best and knowing what you're doing because it's really not contrary to what people may think. It's much more than opening doors.
So, what did you do when you first got in? Like, how did you kind of navigate through that for your first 6 months or a year or something?
Yep. So I've been on a team, different teams, since I started.
Yeah.
So I had those who had been doing it for a while, such as yourself, to kind of guide me and give me insight. And then kind of make it my own. So,
Put your own flair in it. Yeah.
yep.
Um, what would you say was a defining moment, or was there a defining moment or deal that made you feel like you made it in real estate?
So I think there was a particular day, my first year of being a realtor, when it was a rough day. I don't remember why it was a rough day. I just remember it being a heavy, stressful day. And I was going to check on progress for a new construction home that a family was building, and allowing me to help them with the build. And dual military family, just sweet, sweet kids, the whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
And it was this same time of year. So it was like midnight at 4. So it was already dark, and I came up to the house, and it was just in the foundation stage. So just the cinder block was up and lots of gravel and all the things. And I walked up to go kind of make a video for them, and I noticed that they had written on one of the cinder blocks like their family name and a scripture, and just I started crying, which I'm not a crier, but it was so touching because it was just this wonderful reminder of um, how fortunate we are to be able to help and walk alongside with people in this huge thing, that they're going to live their everyday in, and their safe space from the world, and just it was just a really cool thing. So
Yeah, that's good.
hmm
Well, good. That covers your background and journey. So, what do you got for me to journey down the road with
all right,
an
so
activity?
we're going to start out slow. It's not going to be bad, I promise. It is the holiday season, hence the trees behind us. So these are all going to be holiday themed. I gave you a cup, so get your cup.
I do have a off-brand red cup.
Red cup. All right. So there are holiday flavors available for some of your favorite drinks. I did not know that this used to be Sierra Mist, so now it's Starry. I'm not sure how I feel about it one way or the other. I do feel that Sierra Mist has done a very poor job of branding themselves as Starry, because I did not know.
Rebranding them.
Rebranding. Anyway, this is their holiday flavor, cranberry blitz. Do you like cranberry juice?
I do not like cranberry juice.
Oh, okay. Well, I do.
It's a little tarty.
I like
Overflowing. It's okay. Cleanup crew's coming in later.
So
By cleanup crew, I mean me.
0 sugar. Nice.
Nice. That's great. I'm going to hold this cup.
Yeah, why don't you do that? Because I really can't see super well through my microphone.
How much are you filling this thing?
I mean, I'm assuming I'm going to like it.
I'm assuming.
You don't think so? He just has like one sip. Hold on. All right, let's cheers. Because, it's
Cheers to
holidays.
This is only, see the bubbling? It is only Sierra Mist. I just do that
He does not drink carbonated drinks, which I really didn't remember. So it can't be bad. It might just be like medicine.
Smells like Bath and Body Works.
It does. They should make a candle. Starry.
They probably do make a candle. That's
Starry's missing an opportunity here. Oh my gosh, that's good. No?
I think the female palate sees it differently than the male.
No? You went back.
Because any connoisseur knows that the first one cleans the palate. The second one actually induces
I
flavors.
didn't know that. So
how many wine tastings have you been on in your life?
Some. I guess I just didn't pay any attention. I shouldn't watch you drink while equipment is in front of my face. Okay, so not bad. You survived your first challenge. Why are you just staring at it? Like, what are your thoughts?
I don't like carbonation, so there's that. But
okay, go past that.
I mean, it's good for. I'm just trying to think what it would flavor well with. Maybe a little rum.
There you go. There's a holiday drink suggestion. Add rum.
Vodka. I don't drink vodka, but wouldn't go good with bourbon.
I mean, cranberry blitz is a perfect name. Or yeah, cranberry blizz. Not even blitz. What is happening? Starry, what are you doing?
Cranberry Blitz was probably trademarked. So, all right, now that wonderful taste testing thing is over with.
Yes, challenge 1 completed.
Let's jump into a few more questions for you.
Okay.
Ready to be back in a hot seat?
Go.
All right. What skills do you think most are most critical for success in real estate?
Communication skills are probably first and foremost.
Yeah.
I personally think being an introvert that plays an extrovert well on TV serves me perfectly. I do not need to be loud or center of attention. Nothing against extroverts. I am one that likes to gather information, listen closely. Um, Also, having been a teacher was a huge piece for
What do
me.
you think helped there?
Just the micromanagement of all things real estate.
Yeah.
There's always something going on, and you're usually juggling, you know, hopefully quite a few transactions, quite a few clients at the same time, all at different levels, all that have different wants and needs. And so, just that familiarity with doing the same thing with kids,
Mm-hmm.
just they're the different things they have going on and home life, whatever it might be. You just got the little filing cabinet in my brain with the different, information about families and all of that. So,
Yeah, there was just something I saw. It said, memes out there. We all know it's like, what a realtor. What do people think realtors do? They're show houses.
open a
What are
door.
you actually? It's a, um, you know, all the other things that are just listed out. It's just funny. So
Yes, opening doors is actually just a sliver.
it's like 3%.
I'm really not even good at it. I just want that to be known. The amount of times I've had to have my clients assist me with opening a door because I cannot, the lock.
Is it the lock box, the door, the
The
locks on the
combination.
house?
I'm not good at opening things, period. I think there's probably a condition for that. That's a fact check for you. Like cereal bags, like I struggle with opening things.
Are you left-handed or right-handed?
I'm right-handed.
Hmm.
So the doors are my biggest challenge in real estate. and
Being,
there's so
being
much pressure
right-handed.
because everyone's just looking at you while you're attempting to, and then there's like so many locks and it's a whole thing.
And there's usually a kid standing there like up at you.
Yeah, and they want to
It's the
like
middle of the winter time and they're freezing. They're like, I just want to get in this house.
want to help because
And then they want to
and I was a teacher, so I'm like, okay, you do it, which is me being like, you try.
my favorite thing to do actually at a house is when I got little kids there is because the boxes are Bluetooth now,
Uh-huh.
where you don't have to like punch codes in
Oh,
them.
magic.
I like to just do the thing and I'm like, watch this. Wah! And the
Magic.
thing just pops open and like, oh my God,
How
it's
did you-
amazing. And then they're like my friend forever, but before then they're like, this guy's kind of sketch. I don't know about
Yes.
him. So
And yeah, you're all shivering on the porch. It's great. It's
yeah.
great. One time I got a key stuck in a door
Mm.
and had to call a locksmith. Fun tip. In case you get a key stuck in a door, WD-40 and returning it to its original starting location will release the key.
I dropped a key down between in the driveway, a piece of concrete and a rock wall
Oh,
down in there. And every time I tried to get it, it went further down.
that's
So
not,
it's fun.
that's not
Relationships matter because I had a really good relationship with the listing agent and the client, and everybody's kind of laughing. It was a great time. So
good. Stuff happens.
those memorable moments.
And patience. I'm going to add that circling back to your original question.
Patience.
Patience is a huge one. A
Patience is a
huge piece. There's a lot of waiting in real estate.
Yep,
A lot of waiting.
a lot. So, are there specific types of properties or clients that you enjoy working with most?
Oh, that's a really good question.
That's usually why I ask. I type these all up by myself.
Yes, I
All
know
out of my
you
brain.
do it all by yourself. I love first-time buyers. Again, referencing back to the teaching side, the educational side of real estate is probably my favorite, other than looking at all the houses, um, because it's so important to me that clients know what's going on from start to finish, A to Z, and the why behind it, and anticipating the questions and being there. So I always tell my clients, I'm here for all the questions. I actually really like the questions.
And you actually do like all the
I
questions.
like the questions. Yeah.
That's
And
good.
they're always like, I'm so sorry. And I'm, no, it's good.
Yeah.
Please ask me questions. It's my favorite part. So
That's always the part I like when they say I'm so sorry. I'm like, can you stop apologizing? Like this is my job.
this is my whole job. I know. That's a big one on Sundays. They're like, so sorry for getting you out. I'm like, this is my whole job. And Sunday for me is like a Tuesday. This is a full work day, I promise. So it's okay. It's okay. And also sight unseen buyers. I do enjoy making the video tours for
Yeah.
those that aren't here to actually see their house in person. They're usually very long.
Yeah.
Shannon teases me about them, like 30
No,
minutes.
I'm laughing because the first one that you're like, "Hey, can you go do this?" And it was like 5 minutes or whatever, or like 10 minutes. I was in the house like filming it, and I was like, "Okay, how was that?" And you're like, "Well, and a little bit of it, I felt a hint of judgment in that because you're like, no, mine are like, it's okay. I walked them through it and told them you were doing it, and I was like, okay. And then you're like, well, mine are like 30 minutes and 40 minutes long, and I'm like, oh my goodness, like,
One of
so
the
it was a good education piece because you educated me on that, and I was like, all right, that makes sense.
It's a whole house.
So
Like
now when I have those clients, I just have you
I handle it.
you handle it.
I'm the video crew. No, it's so important if you're buying sight unseen to, know all of the things.
Know everything.
So
It's scary.
I'm your ears, eyes, nose, all of it.
Yep.
So yeah, pack snacks when you're gonna watch the videos that I send for tours because it'll be like 30 minutes.
Probably from referencing back to 25 years of watching HGTV.
Yes,
Probably.
so much.
You,
You know what
I
happened?
haven't actually watched one of your videos, so like, do you set like a tripod up and walk into the room
No,
like, this is your, and this is your primary suite.
this is and no. See what really happens for those of my clients who ever watch this, and
Jump in the
they
shower,
were sight unseen.
get in the showers.
No,
Huh?
no. And they were sight unseen buyers. I get so excited going through the house that I completely am just talking about it. And I end up making like one video that's like 17 minutes. And I'm like, oh gosh, I should start another one. And yeah, it's just me exploring, which is honestly sort of scary. Mom, don't freak out. I usually have my pepper spray. But I just in there, open all the doors and just doing my thing.
Oh, don't
Just
forget.
exploring houses. It's so fun.
That's good.
Yes.
So jumping over to the other side of real estate, how do you stay on top of market trends and changes? Because if it's one thing that's constant in this business, not sound cliche, it's change.
Always
Changing market,
changing.
changing whatever's going on out there.
So you assist me quite a bit with that. That is my thing is all the questions. Your thing is all the that. So you stay on
It's
top.
called data.
Okay, yes. You stay on top of all the data and inform me. Also, we just have connections with different um, emails that we get and just different things, lenders, just kind
Yeah.
of keeping us up to date. So every morning I'm sort of, and I know you do it too, just looking at what's sort of happening and the big things that are coming through and constantly changing, constantly changing.
Yeah. Yeah, my day starts when I'm still laying in bed and rolling over, scrolling through houses, what's on the market,
Yep, same.
who I can match up with things. So,
Yep.
but yeah, that's important because we talk, and I'm gonna hit on this one, but we talk a lot with the trends and what's going on, and it's about every 18 months is you're in some kind of new market. Either it's an internal factor or an external factor on that stuff. So, but that ends this section of your questioning. So
What was this section called? Just because I'm curious.
skills and specialization.
Oh,
Again, I named it myself.
okay.
All right, so now we got everything out. My activity is
All right, we're going to
almost
do
complete.
a holiday drawing challenge. I'm going to do it with you. Put the plate on our head, and then I'm going to give us instructions as to what it is that we're drawing. And obviously, we're not looking
God.
while drawing. You're left-handed, and like that's more of the drawing brain. So
Creative. It doesn't always translate into.
I know this is really I have not actually read these instructions, so I promise I didn't cheat. I just found it. So here we go. All right. Placing the paper plate on your head. Check. Ask us to draw a line that is going to act as the floor. So draw a line that's going to be your floor. If
Is this all the same color marker, or do I have to use?
you can just, if you want to make your floor red, go for it. Or if you want to make your floor like
I'm making the floor like
brown.
what now?
Okay. That's
Okay,
my
so now there's
pretend
gonna
attempt
be
at where my floor is.
now there's gonna be a floor here. Okay.
What's the brown one?
I don't know. These things stink though.
Chocolate maybe?
Mr. Sketch. Gotcha.
Okay. Next, draw a Christmas tree and add some decorations. All right, so keeping in mind the brown or whatever we just did was the floor. Okay, that was really violent. I'm gonna color it in.
Okay. And now I need decorations on it.
Oh.
Can't look. Don't look.
Well,
Don't cheat.
shoot. Now I don't know where my
Oh,
floor
now you don't know where your floor is.
is. You're gonna win.
Got
Okay,
it.
decorations. All right. Hopefully this is my tree.
Okay. Now what?
All right. After decorations, did you put a tree top on? We probably need that. Okay, Krista, from now on, you're gonna need to have a microphone so you can read instructions. Okay, next, a fireplace with a mantle behind the Christmas tree.
That doesn't make any sense.
You're creating depth.
The floor is.
It's a rock fireplace behind. Draw a fireplace behind the Christmas tree with the mantle.
That's not happening.
This is good.
What do you do in your spare time to come up with this stuff? You need a hobby.
Again, past teacher of fifth graders. I don't know if I said that part, so Okay, fireplace.
I have green stones.
I need some fire.
Okay.
It's hard to grab markers.
What's next?
Hold on.
No,
You're supposed to add stockings.
Well, they're gonna be purple stockings then.
I mean, if you want purple stockings, get purple stockings.
Is this permanent marker?
No, they're smelly ones. They're the Mr.
I have to add stockings?
Add stockings. I feel like my fire needs to have more fire. Oh my god.
My arms are.
Okay, hold on. I love how you're keeping all the lids off.
Yeah, like a logical person would do, and I'm also keeping them stacked up. I don't know if we can see it on camera, but
all right. Since you're already whatever, draw some gifts by the tree. Oh, the last step is to put a star on the tree.
Oops, I already did that because I'm that good.
Okay.
Gifts under the tree.
Gifts under the tree. This is going to be terrible. I just want to know if there's someone who's done this that it actually turned out well.
Okay, we got gifts.
Because,
gifts.
I'm going to just say that I dropped mine so many times that who knows what's happening.
You're going to use excuses?
I am going to use excuses.
Good.
And I had the job of having to read. I was reading, drawing. I don't know if I just made a weird thing on the top. Okay. That is it.
Top. I already did the top. Are we ready?
Yeah, you already did the star. Okay, go ahead. You go first.
I'm a gentleman. Ladies first.
Is it so good?
Let me see it.
Well, also let's remember that I lost where my floor was when it fell. However,
the tree actually looks really good.
I know my tree, except my topper has fallen. And these are very large presents. But look at this fire.
Great job.
It's out of the fireplace a little bit.
It's lighting the whole house on fire. Your house is on fire.
Okay.
All right, here goes mine. It looks good, doesn't it? Does it look good? What did it do?
In abstract.
Yeah. That tree looks phenomenal. Look at that. Look at that floor line.
Is good because I'm
the tree great.
Floor.
That's I think fire on my tree that has popped out of the fireplace and now incinerating all of that. So.
Your house is also on fire. Okay.
Good.
This is a fun family activity or just
it's an abstract.
yourself at home.
If you close one eye, it'll look better.
Oh, okay.
Now, how many of you just closed one eye? That's funny.
I was about to do it. I mean...
Super stoked.
Okay. We just made a memory. That was fun. All right. Thank you for humoring me on that one.
Welcome.
Try that at home, everyone.
All right. That was a fun activity. Super stoked.
Bonus points to those who noticed me drop a marker inside of Cranberry Blizz. I didn't even notice. So go back and rewatch that part. Because apparently it made quite a splash.
Are you ready for your next round of questions?
Ready.
Round 3 of questions. All right. Talking about your career and your growth. So, what's the best piece of advice you've ever received about real estate? Or ever received in life? Let's talk about you a little bit.
I was told when I started teaching, so a little background on that. I have a degree, not a degree in education. Now I almost have a master's in education. When I started teaching, I had no formal training other than just being a sister and a mom and babysitting. So, my mentor teacher at the time told me to take care of the snake closest to me, which at the time I was like, I don't even know like what snakes are here and what each one means. It was very helpful though, and I've used it since, including in real estate. Really, obviously, it means to what's the thing that's most urgently, needed. And for my brain, which goes 90 all the time, it
Mm-hmm.
was very helpful to sort of just recenter myself and the house is not on fire. Just take care of the thing closest to you and then move on to the next.
Yeah. So selling almost 200 properties, helping clients and all that good stuff
Not
over the past five. Not there yet. We're
months.
close.
I
We're close.
wanted this to be 5 years, 200 houses. It's looking like it's going to be 5 years and 190 houses, which is still
It's
a lovely number.
very,
It
very.
just would have been great.
You'll be in your fifth year, in your sixth. I
I'll
don't know.
be in
It
my
doesn't matter.
sixth year. Yeah.
That's okay. How do you approach? How have you approached setting and achieving your career goals?
How have I approached it? So part prior to being on your team, Heim Group, I was on another team that had locations across the country. Wonderful team, learned so much. We were goals were a big thing and kind of striving for more than you thought was even possible. I will say this, if you had told me I would have almost sold 200 houses in 5 years, 5 years ago, I would have said, you're crazy. There's no way that would happen. Um, I was very much someone who I'm a realistic thinker, and dreaming big is not my strong suit or wasn't my strong suit. It is now. And so instead of setting realistic goals, I like to set slightly larger. So if I hit the realistic, great.
Mm-hmm.
I think it does something to your brain when you are, trying to reach a bit higher. So the previous team that I was on, our team leader suggested like a minimum, a realistic, and like a
Mm-hmm.
among the stars goals. And then, we did it with how many houses you would sell in a year and all of that. So the idea being, you'll land somewhere in there,
Yeah.
but you're constantly
Striving for
going
more.
for that.
All right, Jen. One last question for you on a look ahead in your career. So,
Okay.
what advice would you give someone new to the industry or looking to get into the industry?
Looking to get into the industry and new to the industry are very different questions.
Okay, we'll go new.
New to the industry, I would say absolutely ask your peers for help. One thing that I did love when I first started was there wasn't one person that was not helpful to me, even on the other side of the transaction,
Yeah.
um, which was huge to me. And when you think about it, we're all in competition with each other at the end of the day. I just operate from a place, and when I was mentoring new agents before on my previous team, I always just told them there's enough for all of us to go around. And so I just think if you believe that and, come from that place when you're giving help to others, it's huge. So as a new agent, don't be afraid to ask. I would absolutely ask questions that probably were really elementary, I suppose.
Yeah. Well, good advice. And I agree with you because that's one of the biggest things that I hear being in the industry is that people are intimidated. And I know getting into it, I was intimidated to ask questions too, where if I just would have had those questions and talked to people, then,
Mhm.
they're more willing to give up that information because they just want to share because, it just helps everybody. So,
Yeah, absolutely.
well, I appreciate you spending time with me today and letting myself and our audience get to know you a little bit better and
Mhm.
who the ninja behind the scenes is of Jenn Ross here on the Heim Group. So,
Well, thanks for that.
and speaking of behind the scenes, we got or ninja. I
One
guess
more challenge
we
for
need we have
us
some ninja skills that we need on this
in
next
our on
challenge.
the spot episode. So, candy canes, we each get 6. I will do it with you. And we're going to stay in our seat because that makes the most sense. And try to toss them over our shoulder and land on the tree. And
What's the
whoever,
prize? Do I get a prize?
you were about to say that. I do not have, you can take home the cranberry blizz.
Ooh,
Whoever wins can take home the, no, there's no prize.
there's no prize.
I will
Prize
think of
is
one.
bragging
I will
rights.
think of one. All right. So
I gotta land this thing on
I
the tree,
feel as though this is going to go terribly wrong.
and
But
I'm on the wrong side. So
we can look, right? I mean, I'm asking Krista as the judge. Do you feel like we can look or not look? We shouldn't look.
I
Should
don't know how you can look.
we can't look. All right, we're just simply tossing. We'll see how this goes.
Flip it over.
I'm not. My kids are gonna get a kick out of this part.
Oh, I made one.
Did you
I
really?
landed. I mean, darn it.
This needs to play Christmas carols while we're doing this. Oh gosh. Okay, so you won with one. Oh, you have one left.
Last one.
This is.
I got one. I won.
You are the winner.
Cool.
Good job.
Where's my starry prize?
I don't know where we put it. We will make sure you take that home since you loved it so much.
All right. Thanks for joining us, and see you on the next episode.